let's talk about this secondary first and foremost. So obviously, like a lot of these guys are new to you specifically, right? But some of these guys have played together, and like Benjamin St. Jude's name, Forbes, Paul Martin have a little bit of familiarity with each other. But then you got these new pieces. How do you feel like the unit is just coming together overall?
I think that it's coming together well. I think let's start with connecting as people first. I think that's helping communication on the field. You can build a cohesive unit, and guys have a chance to go play fast. If guys play fast, they have the ability to make plays, and they play fast. So I think we're building that foundation. I'm excited.
I know pass defense, right? We all think DBs, right? But pass defense obviously has a lot more to do with that. Kind of educate us, right? Educate the average fan, the average media person who thinks we know a lot, right? But in the reality of it, like, what are the different layers of your business of being the pass game coordinator for the defense?
Well, I think the biggest thing is really doing whatever Joe wants me to do, wherever he needs. When you start talking about that, we're talking about whether it's a pass game, whether it's helping the DBs, whether it's helping the corners, the safeties, helping the linebackers, or putting together, a system that will help us make sure the pieces that. So the way I look at it, and I've heard they say, no job is not my job. So, and I've been growing a lot as well. Joe's really helped me develop as a coach. DQ has really helped me develop as a coach. So really, I can't put in a box necessarily, one specific thing that I'm doing. I'm just here to assist him to help us.
Absolutely. We're all looking forward to the energy that Frankie Luvu. I mean, you kind of see it on the practice field a little bit, right? But how much does a guy like that, with that energy, especially right in the middle of the defense, like how could that kind of help draw the whole unit together?
Man, it's infectious. All you got to do is just spend some time around Frankie. I was with Frankie when I coached in Carolina, so this is my second stint with Frankie. I love the person, just genuinely, because he's a guy that goes out there, he attacks every day. He enjoys practice as much as he enjoys the game. It's pure. He loves it. This guy's a fighter, and this guy's everything he wants as a football character standpoint.
And in Carolina, like a lot of people don't really talk about this. We noticed that you guys drafted a lot of team captains from college, but Frankie was a captain as well in Carolina. What makes him? What about him makes him a leader in the locker room?
I think it's consistency. I think that it's not about a guy that's necessarily, although he's loud, although he has a lot of energy, it's not fake loud. That's who he is. That's in his soul. That's in his DNA. And it's one of those things that guys want to follow. It's fun to follow a guy that's excited about playing the game. That the same intensity that he had when he first started playing, that Pop Warner, and the excitement of putting the helmet on, he has that when he puts the locker room, puts it in the locker room.
And then another leader, Bobby Wagner. Like, what have you noticed about his influence so far on the team?
When a guy like Bobby Wagner comes, you know who that is. I mean, that's a guy that's instant credibility. And realistically, that's players and coaches. That's a guy that's made a lot of plays, and most importantly, he's a champion. So I just think just having his leadership is
absolutely. The rookies, right? So we talk about Jaden Daniels a lot, and everybody said, like we've heard coaches, we've heard teammates say, the most impressive thing about him is he's got command of the playbook already. And, probably, I don't think it's every part of the playbook, right? Just what he knows, though, he knows like the back of his hand already. Is there a rookie on the defense that you're noticing is kind of standing out like that from a football IQ standpoint?
I've really been impressed with to be honest with you. These guys, number one, have been well coached. They've been friends. I told them all, they need to talk to their college coaches. I mean, they prepared them and groomed them for this next step. You really see. So our system isn't necessarily overwhelming. A lot of the verbiage is different, but they're able to frame it into what they did prior. They're coming here now. But whether it be Mikey, whether it be him, all of those guys have a level of maturity. And the best thing that I can say, and I didn't mention one specifically, is because these guys have all got together. They, from the first rookie minicamp, those guys got together themselves, in the hotel lobby and stuff, which I just found was really impressive.
Yeah, I know we talked to Mike Sanderson yesterday. He mentioned how all the rookies, not just their classes, but they're also blending together as well, so that makes sense. What is it? Where did you learn that mindset of like you mentioned, like talk to your college coaches? You know what I mean? And I know you guys as a staff have a very open kind of like we all share information. Coach Tapp was telling me about how each of you will knock on each other's doors and be like, hey, I got a question about this. What do you think about that? But like some coaches, even some of the greats, like Bill Walsh is kind of like notoriously known for like it's his way, no other way. He got mad at one coach because he wanted to get another job. Like, you know what I mean? So what gives you that I would call it confidence, right? What gives you that confidence as a coach to want your players to kind of branch out and come back with that information?
Well, one thing that I'll say to that is I think when they come in the building, they understand that it's still the commander way that we do things. And, I think it's just humility. I think it's a level of gratitude, especially even us coaches, just realizing that being open and being confident enough to talk to somebody else and to reach out and to get the best. Ultimately, we want to win. So whether it's my idea, whether it's Joe's idea, whether it's Tap's idea, whoever has the best idea is the right idea. And that's really how we approach it.
I love that. I love that. Appreciate
You got it,
man.
man.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it too.